to do this. I'm figuring out exactly when would be a good weekly time slot or bi-weekly time, every other week, whatever that is. So, but here we are. So good. What we're going to do today is actually, I have a couple different ideas for this because I want everybody to use their intuition. And so oracle cards, tarot cards, they're really a fun way of having different forms of communication. These are different languages, right? So this is just like, excuse me, I'm feeling all, there we go. Let's see, we could probably not have to look at the light switch. There we go. So what we want to do is give guidance, whatever that is. If it's our body, if it's an angel, if it's nature spirits, if it's a house somewhere on the other side of the planet, or if it's a person, if it's our higher self, if it's our Akashic records, whatever it is that's speaking to us, we want to give it many ways to speak to us. All right, we have been waking up, so we're better, but to be honest, we really haven't been that good at listening and realizing we have lots and lots of ways to receive information and guidance, but we're too stuck in the story and we're too distracted by everything that's going on. And then what happens is we end up missing, not even seeing. Looking for a little thing to clean my glasses here. And most of the guidance, most of the messages that are all around us. So there's some really fun movies that have this topic. There, Jim Carrey movie, Bruce Almighty, I think it is, where he's complaining all the time about his life sucks, his job sucks, this sucks. He's very miserable and unhappy. He's asking for a sign from God. There's signs everywhere. There's literally a truck full of signs. And the signs say, stop, turn right, and all this stuff. And he doesn't pay attention because he's too busy complaining about what's wrong. And it's an excellent, excellent example of what happens. We may not think it, but really pay attention, because any form of complaining is a form of lack of acceptance. Now, I'm not saying that you say, I'm sorry, I asked for my food to be cooked this way and it's cooked that way. Could you fix it? That's perfectly fine. That's not complaining. That's information, right? That's sharing information. So what we're going to do is open up to what are the optimal energies right now this week for us. And if you're watching this at any time, there's no time. So that means that you can send in your intentions, your presence here, your questions that are going on within you are a part of these answers. And these are valid for anyone at any time. If you want to come back and look at the energies this week, these cards may speak to you even more in the future. So what we want to do is think about the cards as a interpreter or a language, a particular language. I think that's a good one. They're showing me what I'm getting is pictures of letters. They're actually almost handwritten. Wow, this is heavy and it's giving me a headache. So I just got these fun little crowns. One of my beautiful students came to the area and we got to hang out. And she brought this. It's just beautiful, but it's surprisingly heavy. And so it started out being a wonderful booster for my crown chakra, and now it's starting to give me a headache. So we're going to put it here with all the other stones I have here. That came to play. We have rose quartz, amethyst, and obsidian, and we've got Merlin stone, forget what that's called right now, turquoise, and we have a dragon energy, which a lot of my clients have dragons. For a long time now, they actually have dragons. This is one of these beautiful organite, handmade with different things inside, hard to see, made by this wonderful woman. Forget her name right now. And so he's been just hanging out, but all of a sudden wanted to be with me all the time. So, and today too. Okay, so what I have is the idea is we're all going to attune. Before you came, I created the Infinity Healing Chamber. I've been for a walk on the beach. I've picked up a lot of shells, and I sat outside with my beloved, and we watched the iguanas and the birds and listened to all the birds and enjoy the tropical beautiful weather we're having right now. So if that interests you, you can receive that. And I'm wondering if I turned my screen, if the camera would be able to give you a little bit of an outside glimpse. Oh, a little bit. So back there, that's the beach right here, but it's kind of hard to see. And I know it's snowy in Minnesota, right, Michelle? Yeah, I know. I was talking to my kids last night. We hung out with my one daughter, and she doesn't mind the snow, but the other one drives more, and so she does. And snow, I got pictures from a client in Montana of exquisite snow. Like that's the winter wonderland look, you know, ooh, the hills and the river and the snow. But I'm glad I'm here. So when I spend the whole morning and I'm activating myself, I'm speaking to the land, I'm connecting in different traditions that I've studied with a lot of different shaman and mystery schools, to the land, to the nature spirits, asking permission to be there, honoring and activating and drawing in the optimal energies for all of us. So I recommend that you do this for yourself, your land, your home, even if it's an apartment. Suddenly your whole apartment building will be much happier. And keep managing your space. How to clear it, cleanse it, protect it, activate it. I have certain beings, angels, angelic realms, sacred geometry, different crystal kingdoms, tones and chants, sacred words, and just looking at the layers, colors, different colored rays, and Archangel Michael, and different aspects that he puts up. These are all structures that I acknowledge, I call in, and I reactivate every single day. And so my property and everything underneath it and above it, and then I expand it out as an invitation to my village and to the ocean, to the world, and to anyone who wants to take that energy. So I've been clearing and cleansing all morning and being in a lot of beauty, Once I had a mentor who talked about beauty being power, and I thought that was a really strange concept until I went deeper with it. And if you perceive power in something, if you give something power, if you perceive something as beautiful, you're seeing its power, and its power works with you. If you don't see something's beauty, then it has no power to you, at least no positive power or empowering power. Okay, so I'm was creating. See if you can see it. You can. There you go. I was putting all of the different stones that are here to be with us. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can see that. And put them with the crown around it, so we still have these beautiful chakra crystals and everything here. Here's our little dragon dude, Hola. And under here I have a few more pyramids. Okay, so let's go ahead and enter the sacred space. Acknowledge that I am here, I am that I am, and I ask to be a fully present, clear, and open channel to my highest good and what is optimal for all concerned at this time. Take a deep breath in, and I want you to rub your belly like you would if you were like a little kid going yum, yum. And breathe that breath and feel and see it. Watch it. Even if you don't see things or sense things, just pretend to watch it go down into the belly. And you're stirring that breath up and let it go. Relax your hands and let it radiate out. Very nice. So this crown chakra is vibrating and it's coming into my vision. So you've entered the Infinity Healing Chamber. There's a cone of silver and gold light above and below you. We're wrapped in the all-seeing eye, meaning we're connected to the Akashic records, to your intuitive network, to all that is, to the infinite field, to everything that was in every dimension, every time, every space. There's no limits. That clarity is there for you. Ooh, some throat chakra stuff going on there. All right. And we're surrounded by a flower of life, sphere of light. So enter infinity between the worlds and allow yourself to relax in. Tell yourself in your heart, I'm ready and willing and open and receptive to be a clear and open channel to my highest good. And receive information on all levels, conscious or not, from the messages through these cards here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm doing some light body work with you and with your light body through your chakras, through your physical body, through all the different layers of your bodies, mental, emotional. And what's happening is there's a lot of reconnecting, as if there was a battery under your feet and above your crown, and the light bulbs were all broken. Or maybe it's more like two ends of a light that you fit a light bulb into. That's more accurate of what I'm seeing. And so all these light bulbs, all these connections, all these things that have been creating light have been broken. They need to be replaced. New lights, new bulbs, new bombillas, and new foca. And it's interesting, one word they use here for light bulbs is foca or focus. And so this is going to give you a focus and reconnect your two poles from your Earth star to your soul star. Thank you very much. All right, so hold within your hearts, please, questions that you have about right now, not about anything too far out. Watch the questions that you ask be this or something better. Always, we've already set it up that it's going to be what's optimal for your highest good. And don't watch like stories, just make it really clear. We're in the second week of 1 week ago today, the blood moon eclipse happened, and it's a huge redirect for everyone. Nobody's quite sure what's happened. I'm sure a lot of intensity and drama is happening. A lot of old patterns have come up. I got very, very ill again with exact symptoms of a few years ago. Made no sense whatsoever. Walked through it, taking care of my body, but not falling into the depths of the fear, but watched the parts of me that used to fall into fear and do the what if thing. And while I watched that, I knew I had risen to a state of consciousness above it. And I could stay in the higher state of consciousness, but still observe that there was, always will be a part of me that would be like, oh no, it's cancer, it's this, I'm going to have this surgery and this and that's going to happen and all this stuff, and just go off into panic and fear. I never did, but I was very aware of that part of me, because that part of me came up so I could complete it, because I've risen above it, detached from fear, from heavy emotions controlling me. And now I'm at a state where I can watch myself multidimensionally. And this is what I'm teaching my students in Intuition Awakening. And then you get to where you can see yourself in other times and spaces, even in this life, without it triggering you, without getting sucked into it, without being sucked into that emotion, because you can't get in the ditch with somebody who's driven off the road in a blizzard. You can't help them or you'll fall in the ditch too. You have to stay up and reach out a hand or an example of who you're being and how you shift and change. So this is the week 2 of this eclipse, and we ask for clear guidance and guides. So first of all, we are asking for guides. We would like to know if there are any guides that are optimal for us at this time that will be with us for this day or this week of this blood moon eclipse, 11/11 portal, and the new reality. We ask for this guide to also help us align with money, home, safety, relationships, earthly possessions, and all of these energies that are highly transformed by this. And earth energies like Taurus, which the eclipse was in, affects these areas mostly. And to get earth to change, we have to break it or shake it. So we have to have an earthquake, or we have to have a fire or lava. We have to liquefy it or melt it. We have to change the perceived solidity of earth energies. So anything that's been very solid, very grounded in your life around money, around relationships, and around home, possessions, that sense of safety or feeling like you're in your place. These are the issues that, as they are shifting in consciousness in 3D and in every other level, we ask for the guide or guides that are optimal for us at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we've got one card here from the Ascended Masters deck. All right, and it's Oshun. Oshun is a Yoruba river goddess. This card says drink more water. It's kind of a simplified message, but we read the cards intuitively. So whatever cards you're drawn to, listen to why you're drawn to them. Is it the artwork? Is it the detail? Is it the topics? Is it the way they display the message? And whatever resonates with you, that's the best cards for you in that day or that moment, or if you're just getting some cards, all right? So I'll tell you a little bit I know about Oshun and let her speak to us, because she used to be one of my very favorite goddesses. Where can I put her? Here. And she was, oh, that's right, I did this the other day. Let's do this. There we go. I think you can see well. Let's see here. Okay, hopefully, yeah, you can see well here. So here's our card. It's Oshun. And she's a Yoruban river goddess. One of her qualities that she embodies and therefore brings to you as a message in some way is pleasure, opulence. She's usually draped in pearls. She loves cinnamon and honey, these things that awaken the taste buds. There's a sensuousness and a sensualness to who she is. Being a river goddess, you could imagine her languishing in very sexy, sensual way over some rocks and the water just pouring around. So drink more water is life force. The planet and your body are mostly water. Water holds cellular memory. Cellular memory reminds you of who you are or who you agreed to be. And when you make a shift or a change inside of you, you have to make it all the way down to your cells, which means the vibration, the dance, the rhythm that your cells vibrate with are extremely different. Therefore, it's like shutting down a party. All right, you've got a huge party and they're boom, 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 boo-doo-doom, boom, boom, ba-da-doom, boom, and getting it to slow down, boom, 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 boom. What? Oh, turn off the music. Okay. And there's the pause, there's the silence when you come back to pure water, or that the fact that water can be purified and it can be programmed. So look up Dr. Emoto if you haven't seen his work of programming water with emotions and then photographing it, and the unbelievable snowflakes, patterns, sacred geometrical patterns that they create depending on what they've been told. Love creates a beautiful, exquisite, detailed, a snowflake, even, perfect. All positive, loving feelings and emotions do. And things like hate create just blobs and chaos and darkness and disconnection. So what is the water in your body doing right now? What is it carrying? What are you programming it with? Are you able to see and sense that you have indeed a powerful wand? Your body is a wand. And the reality is that you're not being a conscious wand carrier. Carrying a wand means that you've been certified, you've been trained, right? Like in a Harry Potter or a magical type of idea that you go to school to master your psychic abilities, your intuition, your skills using and speaking with other realms like crystals and animal spirits and magical creatures and leaves and plants and flowers and dogs and everything that you connect to because you know that you connect to it. Your water can't lie. The fluids in your blood and in your cells, in your brain, and the glands. And they are cleansed, cleared, or not cleansed, cleared, and connected through your chakras. So I've actually, Oshun, I've asked for this crown today because that is me. I know that when I adorn myself in opulence, when I accept that opulence and abundance is the truth, I fill my waters, the waters within me, the waters within my emotional body, the water you drink every day. Do you stop? Do you bless it? Do you ask it to bring in the energies that are optimal for you? Do you let it allow you the pleasure? Do you taste it? Do you notice that depending what it has within, what energies is it carrying to bring into you? It tastes different, or do you gulp it down while you're distracted? You'll never be rich. You'll never feel rich. You'll never feel wealthy or worthy because you don't stop to appreciate and enjoy all the pleasures of every moment. When you move fast, you're not in sync with the flow of the river. The river is what brings life to the city or to the jungle. The rivers are your veins. The rivers are your meridians. The rivers exist within every layer of your luminous being. I invite you to lay there, to taste it, to enjoy it, to savor it. I invite you to adorn yourself with what makes you feel beautiful, expanded, light, uplifted. Do it for you. And then your energy will grow, your crown will open, your balance will come back, and you will start to see the pleasures in life already here because you are that beautiful being. You are a wand. You are a transmitter. You are a channel. You are a conduit. Your body and your light body, your structure are built that way. Energy from everywhere comes down through the center of you and it channels through you. and it brings you all that you need in every moment. But you look elsewhere. You live in the river of life. It brings you all the colors of the rainbow, every ray of creation, every sacred geometrical shape. It brings everything you need to you in every moment. But if you aren't there to receive it, to taste it, to enjoy it, even to ask for it, then you will miss it. And you will think you never get it. And you will believe in lack. And you won't allow yourself to become the capstone, the pinnacle of your reality, and be the receiver of whatever is there for you. Now is the time. And now is the time to tune also in to the beautiful jungle, to all of these rich flowers, the waterfall energy, the plants, the life force energy is also here for you. Put cinnamon out for me. Wear some pearls or bling that you love. Find a way to do something special just for you. Maybe it's just your secret. Find pleasure in every moment and your riches will grow. I will bring opulence to you, but your hands aren't open. You're too full of fear. You're too distracted. Also, tune into this beautiful cat energy here. Detach. Remember that purring is healing. It's a form of self-love, self-healing, self-soothing. It's a form of attuning yourself to what is, to what you want. It's a form of enjoyment and pleasure and expressing that pleasure. And it helps you to receive. Use this vibrational medicine. I will purr with you. Receive the riches that are here already for you. Get into your flow. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just going to take a moment and allow that message from Oshun. Thank you so much. What a beautiful, beautiful message. What a beautiful card. And okay. Here she is. Hopefully that was a good way to see it. And you can see how she's very opulently decorated. Gold and stones, and even the fabric is beautiful and glowing. And there's peace. She's at peace with being abundant, being beautiful, holding the power of beauty, being willing to shine. And look at the eyes of this exquisite being here. Wonderful. Ooh, wow. Okay, so that's our first guide for this week. And wow, that was awesome. And that was from the Ascended Masters deck. Okay, this is the cover here. Make sure everybody can find it if you want it. It is one of my favorite decks. I've had it a very long time. All right, so we're going to do two more decks now that are not like those kinds of decks. They have more of a one direct message. However, they still have messages. They still have some detail in the images, which is what I like. And this is the Gateway deck by Denise Linn. And wow, that was wonderful. I haven't seen Oshun in a very long time. Ah, thank you. Oh, wow, I needed that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So if you're feeling that pleasure, if you sense and feel your body and your mind and just the relaxation and the letting go of tension and fear and what's going to happen and what has happened and trying to control everything, I'm feeling a really beautiful release also in the sacral. So the sacred feminine is rising very quickly, and we have to be able to embody it. We have to clean out our sacral center, and we have to begin to realize we have secrets, we have powers, and we need to use them. We need to embody them, despite the fear of being burned at the stake, despite the fear of ridicule, despite people not liking it, despite the old patterns and the deep, deep emotional fears and vows that we carry from other lives and other parts of us that say, don't be a witch, don't be intuitive, don't be, spiritual, don't be whatever it is. Because some danger will befall you. All my students are clearing that right now. All the people I know, it's been going on for 20 years, but it's coming to a peak. So these are the last, deepest energies of what has been holding us back and keeping us stuck in believing we need other people's permission, other people's processes, other people's powers in order to do it right. And you don't need anyone to tell you anymore what to do. Okay, so this next card is going to address this issue that is coming up. And we ask for guidance around these deep, dark, old energies that are showing us the deepest and darkest parts of humanity, the torture and the abuse, the witch hunts, the judgment, the war, the cannibalism, all forms of control and manipulation. We are here with Oshun in this sacred space, asking for within each of us to receive the guidance that is optimal, that we can walk through this valley of darkness, through this underworld, know that we're guided, know we have the light within us, and see the path to our new life that will be free from all of these low energies. So the guidance and the gateway that's opening for us to help us through this week is standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. Standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. So that's a very powerful message, right? When we're realizing that we have the potential at some level. We all have some deep, dark stuff that's finishing, completing, coming up. Remember, in the hero's journey, you don't just get to go through the underworld, have your symbolic or some form of death happen, right? And then decide to live again, get up and run forward, and then hit more of your demons. You don't just saunter out. They chase you out of the underworld. So we're standing firm in what? What are you standing firm in? When you say to yourself, I'm noble, brave, and strong, what do you feel? What is happening for you? Do you feel like you're standing on this pile of rocks? Does this pile of rocks seem strong to you? Or when you look at it, does it look like it could easily be shaken and fall down? There's a sun behind him or you. You are the person in the picture. He's holding a flag, and it's not a white flag of surrender. It's a root chakra color flag. It's a red flag. Now, depending where you live, a red flag is not good for getting in the ocean. However, you do have the ability to, I need something to drink. So keep absorbing this picture. Okay. So, you want to think about always when you see these, what it says, but also what the picture says to you. So maybe you know the area that you need to be noble, brave, and strong for yourself, for your voice, for standing firm in your growth, in your awakening, in not letting other people bully you anymore, in not believing that you're, as one of my clients said, well, I was convinced growing up I was a piece of shit and I'd never be any better than a piece of shit, so it never occurred to me to even try. And he did the light body work with me that I do, and he started to free himself from those beliefs. This also is symbolizing somebody who's climbed a mountain. The little mountain, the little town is far below. He's above the mountain town. He's above the landscape. He's above the earth. He's above the life. This is somebody who has been able to climb out of their mundane life and move up into that higher vantage point, higher into your higher self, into connection with your Akashic records, which your higher self is your guardian through. Maybe into your stellar gateway, your ninth chakra, where your soul blueprint is, or you can access the infinite field. But this is a higher perspective. This is going to a higher state of consciousness. And the sun behind him, framing him, the rings of light going out, all of this is showing the sun is your solar plexus, is your personal will. It's when you decide to be who you are, not who other people tell you to be. So this is a very empowering card that's telling you that you've done the work. You're climbing to the top of the rubble of your life that's fell apart, that's changed in the last several years or this life. It's what it's supposed to be doing right now. We're in a metamorphosis. Okay? So you want to absorb this perspective this week. Don't get sucked back into the village drama down there. You've climbed up out of that. You've risen out of that life. And you're going to stand firm on your new pinnacle, your new higher point, your new open connection to something above you. Now, they show the branch, here. And what is that showing you? It's showing you new life. It's not a dead fall tree. It's not fall leaves. So everything you see intuitively, when you get a flash, an image, a feeling, pay attention to it. You're an intuitive being. There's communication happening all the time. So when you get to this point, don't go back down. Stand firm. Make your spot, your reality, your planet. What is the primary energy on your planet? Is it acceptance, harmony, love? Is it forgiveness and compassion? That's all at the state of acceptance. And that doesn't mean that you give in to anybody. That means that you accept what is and take back your power to create it the way that you would like. Create harmony. Okay? What else have we got here? Well, there's 3 houses on each side, so there's some kind of a symbolism of balance here. They're different, but similar, so this could be rising out and balancing the masculine, the feminine, the above and the below, other aspects of contrast for yourself. There's a green land, everything, there's no destruction, it's a very happy, positive. So this would be a strong impact for the solar plexus and the root and a higher perspective. Excellent. This is excellent. Okay, we'll put that over here. That again is the Gateway deck by Denise Linn. The Gateway deck by Denise Linn. Ooh, this is awesome. I'm loving this guidance. So I just want to write down, first we got a guide, we got Oshun. And then we got gate. So because it's called the Gateway deck, I see that information as a key to a gate. So the key was stand firm above it all. I am noble, brave, and strong. Now, we tend to think of those things as being masculine energy, so I would love for you to take that on in a feminine way. The picture was very masculine. The image of the person was clearly a man. However, yes, standing firm, climbing the tower, conquering the thing, killing the demons, was traditionally thought of as something our masculine side did or men did. But that's not true anymore. So 2023 is the return of the feminine. The sacred feminine is opening. The sacred feminine university is opening. There's a new level of awareness happening that if we cannot balance, we cannot move forward in our spiritual growth, we cannot come to harmony in our globe, we cannot, share the wealth so that there's not this disparity and suffering and whatever, right? It's bigger than that. It's realizing that we've been operating like with one leg, trying to climb mountains. Without our intuition and our sacred feminine side, there's no way to resolve anything. It just spins inside of itself, creating different forms of the same argument. That's what we've seen. We give great thanks for this moment and ask for this deck. I do not know what this deck is called. If someone does, please let me know. I don't have the box or the book, if it even came with one, and it says nothing on it. Each side is different. Each side has the reason I like this deck is the message is here. It may not have even had a book. And then the other side is a picture, okay? However, it doesn't say anywhere who did it, what the name of the deck is, or the author, or the publisher, or anything. So thank you to whoever made this deck, and please let us know if you know who this is. And so here, now, we have Oshun showing us to relax into our pleasure, into our sacred feminine, to receive, to realize that the waters within us are programmed and that we need to receive more opulence, believe in more abundance, connect to the flow of life, detach. And the riches are already here. They really are, because the present moment used to be a concept. The present moment is now, oh my gosh, I do want to be in the present moment, because that's when I get to see the goodies, see the change, see what's coming, receive the guidance, everything you want. It's in the present moment. So we're standing firm, noble, brave, and strong, balanced. We've risen and claimed our root and risen into standing in our solar plexus, standing, being silhouetted in the light of our sun. Now we ask for the guidance that is optimal for us to be able to embody this standing firm in who we are when we don't know who we are yet. How do we go with the flow, and how do we stand firm? All right. The answer is magic. So this exquisite sacred feminine, 3 stars, fire in her third eye, so awakened to inner vision, energies moving all through the halo. That's an activated pineal crown, third eye chakra that is glowing. So she has risen into her own awareness. She is her own authority. And in her heart, a star is awakening. Is the star coming into the heart? Is it going out of the heart? How does that read to you? Magic, there's movement and energy and layers of energy everywhere around her and within her, and they reflect each other. As she glows out into the etheric physical, affecting the world around her, she has the same patterns glowing in her skin, and within her she is becoming. She's connecting the star in her heart, the star seed that she is, into her vehicle here, awakening that command center, third eye crown, become a command center that opens to become an antenna for communication to all forms of life. And that's what we call magic. It says magic, blessings, transformation. A blessing in disguise is coming your way. Keep an open heart and mind. Ooh, a blessing in disguise is coming your way. Keep an open heart. Magic, blessings, transformation. A blessing in disguise is coming your way. Keep an open heart and mind. So there's beautiful imagery to help you connect and ignite and keep your open heart and mind. Magic. Excellente. All right. So the last card we're going to do today is a new deck that I got on my recent trip back to see my family. It's called Sacred Spirit Reading Cards by Anna Stark, illustrated by Louise Dyer. Spiritual guidance for your life journey. Are these gorgeous or what? So I have to respond to the artwork in a card deck. Otherwise, it can be difficult. I find it can be difficult. Okay, so look at this, still has the plastic around it. So we're going to have a little ribbon cutting ceremony. That was an interesting session I had recently. I love how intuition and language, light language is all these different things. And light language isn't just saying strange sounds and words. Okay, light language is everything that we have. It's feeling, it's feeling this, feeling drawn to it, just knowing it wants to be with you. That's communication. Maybe other levels, maybe it comes to you, maybe it surrounds you at night. You know, you're speaking to a part of Gaia, but this particular rose quartz crystal has rose quartz energy, which is pure love, which connects you to divine love, mother love, unconditional love, connects you to the history and the deepest core and the veins of our mother Gaia, to the divine mother beyond that. The shape connects you. So, you know, all these things are speaking to us all the time. All the time. So it looks like this beautiful image here is the cover image. All the pieces have this gorgeous glowing, and it's a sacred spirit reading card. So we give great thanks. I've already cleansed and cleared the deck. I do that with everything. I used copal, chimes, crystal bowls that I have over there, and rosemary with some cinnamon. Ooh, cinnamon, that's why you came, Oshun. I do have a lot of cinnamon because of her cinnamon incense, so I'll get some out as soon as we're done here, my beloved. Okay, so these cards are going to go on one of my altars. I have one here. It's a little nicho that I have. I have one on the table because of 11/11. No, the eclipse. Actually, I created that 1 week ago today after we passed the peak of the eclipse. I had altars here and upstairs that were for going into the eclipse. And I gather the energies intuitively. There's a video here in my channel about doing that. And then I made one. And so it's the first time I've had my crystal bowls out for a while. And I will take these cards that have come to us today and put them on one of these altars. And they will stay talking for, they're saying like 4 days or something like that, that they're going to stay very strong, confidently next to us. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And on Saturday, they're going to be, it seems like water is going to come around us. Our emotional field is going to start to blend with them. They're going to have infused our emotional field. Why, thank you. So we're going to have, ooh, this is really awesome. This is our healing for the week. Magic, blessings, and transformation is going to be infused into our emotional field so that we can see this blessing coming our way. Even if it doesn't look like a blessing, we know better, and we're going to keep an open heart and mind, and we're going to hold this magic. It's going to be infused into our emotional field. Oshun is going to infuse her sense of worthiness, abundance, opulence, pleasure, sacred healing of the sacral. And our beautiful cat wants us to use the purr, the vibrational energies that we have, the ability to raise our consciousness and look right into those eyes. So that's going to be, they're going to infuse energies into our emotional field. And this concept, feeling, and this success of the coming to the top of the breakdown of your life, really succeeding, coming back into your new self. This is the hero at the end of the hero's journey who comes back to his ordinary reality, however, at a new level. Solid root, within the solar plexus will be also infused into our emotional field. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now we ask for this last guide and guidance to speak through what is the optimal energy for us to guide us through one more week until we meet again, of walking our new path within this new space, this new reality. We've moved through 11:11 and we've moved through so many ups and downs. We've cleansed the deepest, darkest parts of ourselves. We've completed relationships. We've released old ideas of ourselves. And now we're here on this path, ready for the riches, the wealth, the abundance, the understanding that we are everything. So show us the guidance, that we trust our own footsteps. We feel the ground solid beneath us. We know that we are precious, opulent, abundant, worthy, richly guided, blessed. So we are here on a fully funded mission, and this guide is here to help us to attune to that. This is an abundance guide. Woo, there were two stuck together, so we're going to go with it. The first one says Dark Night of the Soul. So that's a really accurate description of what a lot of my clients and students are going through, and a lot of the planet is going through. Maybe not in exact timing, but a lot of the deep, sticky stuff is coming up. So the number is 11. Isn't that interesting? So we've just had 11:11. So that energy is still here with us, which of course is also a 2, which is unity. And it says life brings new meaning. So the power of the dark night of the soul, which we all kind of know, even though they suck when they're happening, right, is you see the being of light here. This is you. And you're touching that part of you that's been abandoned, that's been in the darkness of your shame, of your blame, of your fear, locked in the sacral. It's why I have sacral sessions on sale right now. Get one. I highly recommend that you get one. This is where your power, your creativity, your magic, your deepest parts of you are imprisoned. So the dark night of the soul is when, like this friendly guy down here waves and says, oh, okay, I'm going to acknowledge these parts of me, these fears, these shames, these vows, whatever they are, these things that lurk that I carry around. Because when I reconnect to any part of me, I free it. And it does bring new meaning, new powers, less burdens, less fears. They really are imprisoned. This is a very powerful card. And it came along with, look at this, number 12, Divine Will, Let Go of Fear. Wow, this is a profound deck. I'm so pleased to open this and do this with you guys. This is some incredible guidance we're getting for this week. So Divine Will, Let Go of Fear, and it's all light. And a 1 and a 2 is 3, and we're moving towards 2023. And 3 is a beautiful unity master number. It's a trinity. It's remembering you're never alone. And look at the light. The light is guiding you. The light is shining on you. And so when you let go of fear, it becomes light. It becomes a portal to the light, because everywhere it held dark night of the soul energy. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. It behind it is this. Every time you go through this, you end up here. Every time, without fail. And when you feel stuck, when you feel like you never get to the other side, when you feel like I do all the work but I don't hear my guidance, or whatever way you feel that you're not getting this, it's because you missed an initiation. Some part of you is stuck and did not go through the fear and gain the power from it. I don't like the word lesson because it sounds like, being punished as a school child or something. However, it is that we have to resonate, we have to vibrate so that we get to, here we go. So we get to the next level of consciousness. So this is the last card of our reading for this week. This has been an incredible reading. I love how this unfolded. I'm trying to get out of the picture for you guys. So I'm working on different ways to bring intuition and ways for you to receive your own guidance to you. And cards are fun, and they're a great way of doing just what we did. They can open a channel. So what they did for me was opened an intuitive communication beyond what the card said. The picture, the imagery, the intention, of course, of the artist and the author, but then it goes beyond that because it starts to embody what they told it was. And it holds a portal of energy to communicate to you. So each of you are going to resonate differently with the dark night of the soul. I've had so many of these. It's just one of them. It is like a dark pit. And yet, look, it's 11:11. And it says life brings new meaning. And then it came with 12. So we are moving through the portal in a beautiful way. And we have moved in, instead of 11:11 being the light portal that I expected, it really did bring up a lot of chaos and weird stuff in my life. None of it, I didn't allow any of it to detract me from the power of the moment, but I knew that it was communication, and all kinds of things that don't normally happen happened, and so you just have to surrender to whatever's coming up and what's coming to the flow. So I have clients that are contacting me to get sessions because things are very intense right now. So if you feel ready, there's two kinds of sessions on sale right now: Akashic readings, 30 or 60 minutes, and a sacral session. Sacral sessions, we focus on the sacral chakra area. However, we go multidimensionally into your Akashic records, into your body, into your cellular memory, into what's there, what's blocking, what conversation, what story is it stuck in. Where is it stuck in the dark night of the soul? Where is it not seeing its divine will? What are the agreements? What are the patterns? And it's a powerful place to go because it's where we carry most of our shame and guilt and anger, and that's what's being poked up on the planet. So you're not alone if that stuff keeps surfacing. Okay, beautiful. So thank you so much for joining me, and thank you to Anna Stark for my new deck, Sacred Spirit Reading Cards, and I suggest you look on Amazon for all of them. So namaste, everybody. Wow, I so enjoyed this. Thank you very much. And hi, Sandra and Sherry. Unknown deck is possibly Spirit Oracle by Tony Carmine Salermo. Thank you. I'm going to look that up. Spirit Oracle, Tony. You're so welcome, Sandra Carmine Salermo. That name sounds familiar. Next time I'll bring another deck that I have. I don't know what it is, and I only have a few pieces left, and I want another one. But I've looked and looked, and I haven't found it. So, all right. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Have a beautiful and blessed day. I hope I see you soon and get to play. The Intuition Awakening course is on sale right now, too. And I highly recommend that you get it because it's a prerequisite for a lot of other amazing courses that we're going to be doing next week that involve expanding your intuition, developing your psychic abilities, and we're going to have intuitive development courses as well that are just more simple classes, and you don't need to do any of that but it's there for you. Bye. Ooh, and thank you for this beautiful crown, Genevieve, and I'll put it back on. It does actually work, charges up pretty quick. Hey, Amy. Hey, Michelle. Oh my gosh, all my little Minnesota people. Hello. All right, my loves.